Imagine a phone where you can turn on all of your graphics and your frames to the absolute max. I'm talking extreme FPS unlocked, max graphics, and everything looking better than it can possibly look on any other phone. A phone that can do that is this one right here. This is the Nubia Red Magic 5S, the next addition to the Red Magic series. The 5G was the last one. And everything that the 5G had, this one has, but it's even better. In today's video, what I will be doing is showing you all some hand cam gameplay with all of the settings turned on to the absolute max in PUBG Mobile using the Red Magic 5S. If you guys would like to see an entire review of this phone going over everything from the RGB lighting to the camera to the special GameSpace button, then you might want to check out my full review that I posted back on September 2nd that I'll link down below in the description. It's like a 20-minute long video on everything you could possibly know about the phone and whether or not you should actually get it. However, today we're going to be talking about PUBG Mobile with this phone and whether or not you, as a PUBG Mobile player, should get it. Hey, I hope you guys do enjoy. Make sure to leave a like if you do enjoy this video and subscribe to my channel for more PUBG content coming up very soon. Thank you so much, guys, and let's get into this. This is the Nubia Red Magic 5S, and take a look at this. I can actually minimize PUBG Mobile and have it running in a window on my home screen. Is that not the coolest thing ever? There's that big, beautiful 6.65-inch AMOLED display. I can switch that little red knob on, and us puts us into gaming mode. From this gaming mode, I can open up PUBG once again, swipe to the right, and then I have a whole host of different options, including an internal fan, a different hertz for my display, shoulder triggers, and of course, the screen recording. Now, the screen recording is very special. There aren't too many phones that do this, but this phone allows you to record internal audio. And if you're a YouTuber, you probably know what that means. That basically means you're not going to have your stupid hand noises going over the speaker when you're trying to record the sound of the game. A lot of phones are not able to record the internal audio, and it makes the quality of the video suck, because you have yourself commentating and then your hand, every time it touches the speaker, has this big, like, scratching sound, and it does not sound nice. Since you can record internal audio, you can actually record your microphone with something externally, and then you can have your game audio sound as good as it would sound with if you were to have headphones on, and that's very, very impressive. So, with that special gaming mode that we saw just earlier, as I said, there were a whole host of different options that we could choose. Starting with that internal fan. Yes, there is literally an internal fan built inside of this phone. It's one of the only phones that has this. The only other phones that have this are the Nubia Red Magic 3S and the Nubia Red Magic 5G. Guess what? Other phones by this company. This is the only company that does that, and it makes so much sense. I mean, if you have a gaming PC, you know you have to put a fan inside of your computer to cool it down. And this fan cools this phone down better than any other cooling system on any gaming phone that has been made in the past. I'm talking better cooling than the Asus ROG phone 1, 2, and probably the 3. I'm talking better than the OnePlus phones, better than the Samsungs, better than the iPhones, better than even the newest ones like the Lenovo Legion Pro, and better than every other gaming phone, even something like the Black Shark. It's truly remarkable how good the cooling system is, and if you're a gamer, you're a hardcore PUBG gamer, you hate how your phone overheats, you're not going to have that issue when you're using this phone. We got to talk about that display. As I said, 6.65 inches. Absolutely massive phone. I'm talking about a phone that's even a bit bigger display than the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and we know how big that phone is. If you have the iPhone 11 Pro Max or the iPhone XS Max, phones like that, this is bigger. It's a little bit bigger. It's a big boy. It's a real big screen, all right? But it has something very special, and that certain special feature is the amount of hertz that's in that refresh rate. The refresh rate is basically how many frames your screen will display each and every second, and it's 144 hertz refresh rates. 144 hertz refresh rate is unheard of on any phone. Basically, the only other phone that has that is the Nubia Red Magic 5G. This is the 5S. That means two phones Two phones have it. That's it, dude, okay? You look at the iPhone 11 Pro Max, that has a 60 hertz refresh rates, okay? Even something like the Asus ROG Phone 2 has 120 hertz refresh rates. This is 144. It's better than everything else, and that means that you're going to have the smoothest possible gameplay when you're using this phone, smoother than every other phone. You can turn on extreme graphics in PUBG Mobile, and everything turned on to the absolute max, including extreme FPS. Most phones do not allow you to do this. And with this phone, it feels like it's really been optimized for PUBG Mobile specifically. Everything is put into making PUBG run better with this phone than any other phone. And I'm talking like, it feels like they add extra frames to the phone to make it even smoother than the phone is capable of running, than PUBG, I should say, is capable of running. Another really cool thing that this phone has are the shoulder triggers. So if you look right about where my pointer finger is at the top right of my screen, and then at the top left of my screen as well, that's actually touch-sensitive areas of the side of the phone that if you turn them on, they can actually press a different area on your screen. So if you press the side of your phone, kind of like if you were to hold your phone like an Xbox controller, if you could key map the top left to the aiming button, and the top right, the firing button, you've basically turned your phone into a controller. You can use the sides of your phone to press extra buttons on your screen, and you turn your phone into an essential controller. If that's not the coolest thing ever, I don't really know what is, but it doesn't even stop there. I don't have this because they didn't send it to me, but there is an option to actually put an external case on this phone and then attach an additional controller to that case so you can have a physical joystick and physical buttons as well as everything else that's on your screen. So if the little touch joystick on the bottom left of your screen isn't your fancy, you can use a physical joystick with that external controller. Really, really cool compatibility. I mean, that's just the coolest thing about this phone. There's so much compatibility, and it feels like this phone really makes the most out of every single aspect to it. When I talked about this phone in the review, yeah, I was saying that there were some downsides. Some of those downsides were the camera and the fact that you really need to have a case on this thing, or else if you do drop it, it's going to shatter because it's got a lot of glass on it. But a lot of that stuff doesn't matter as much to gamers. Maybe the glass part, but like with the camera, you're not really going to be using the camera too much if you're really going to be using this as a dedicated gaming phone. If that's the most important thing to you, yeah, this phone does it, and it does it better than everything else, okay? There's not really any gaming phone out there that actually has a good camera, so I would actually go as far to say that this might have the best camera out of any gaming-specific phone. Now, the phone that I have has 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of internal storage. You can get this phone all the way up to 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigabytes of internal storage. If you're considering getting this thing, I would honestly say you could probably be perfectly fine with the lower end model. The 8 gigs of RAM, 128 storage that I have has worked perfectly fine. I've been able to have max graphics and extreme FPS, and you can see from the video right here, there are absolutely no stutters whatsoever. It is absolutely beautiful. I pretty much have never seen a phone run this game this well. It's actually spectacular. So you're looking at a phone that's around $600, whereas all of the competing phones to this are around $1,000 or even more. I mean, you'd really have to get a really, really old phone from some of those other companies before you got one that's actually at a similar price to this. I think the original Asus ROG phone is still right about the same price as this phone, if not a little bit more, if you were to find that thing on eBay. And it's ridiculous because this is miles ahead than the original Asus ROG phone. That one, in comparison, has a terrible cooling system. You actually have to have an external fan attached to it, and the phone still overheats a ton. This one has so many cool things like liquid cooling, an internal fan, and then another external thing on top of that if you want to go absolutely crazy. There are just so many things going for this phone that, as a PUBG Mobile player, if you're a true dedicated gamer or a YouTuber who plays PUBG Mobile, this is pretty much the ultimate phone for you. I mean, with that internal audio ability, with the fact that you can overlay things like WhatsApp or a YouTube live stream chats on top of the game, so you don't actually have to have, the ability to switch between 2 different apps and then mess up your game. It's just awesome. I mean, there's so many cool things about this thing. And there's a lot of other things that I could talk about, but honestly, that's really all talked about in the full review that I did a couple of days ago. I'm going to start to end up probably going off tangents because, well, I'm going to end up starting to talk about things that really aren't specific for gaming. So, overall, talking about PUBG Mobile, you're not going to find a gaming phone that gives you a better experience for this price point than the Nubia Red Magic 5S. If you already have the Nubia Red Magic 5G, this is probably a phone you should not consider getting. It's got very similar specs, but if you're in the business, you know, thinking, I kind of want a new gaming phone. I want something that can handle PUBG with zero problem. I don't want to keep having lag. I don't want to have this frame drop and stuff like that that keeps messing me up. I was just in a match in Battle Royale, and I had 37 kills, and I was about to get the 38th, and then I lagged, and then the guy killed me. Yeah, you're not going to have that issue with this phone. It's capable of running this game perfectly. It's probably one of the best optimized phones for this game, and it's amazing. I absolutely love it. I can do more gameplay videos testing this phone out with PUBG Mobile. I'd actually be very happy to. And even if I don't post a video specifically with PUBG and Red Magic 5S in the title, you can be pretty safe to assume that a lot of my new videos coming out after this one, where I do PUBG gameplay in the background, they're probably going to be recorded with this phone because this is going to be my new phone. This is going to be my go-to phone for making my YouTube content. And me, as a YouTuber with 1 million subscribers, if that's telling you anything, if I would choose this thing over any other gaming phone that's currently available, even the ones that are over $1,000, dude, I mean, if you get this thing, you're set. Everything else is basically grind out, and then you'll finally get your YouTube subscribers. You're not going to have anybody complaining about bad quality because this one is going to bring the job done very, very well. So, yeah, maybe if you guys would like me to do a shoulder trigger gameplay, I could do that in the future. I'm not really a fan of the shoulder triggers, but I can do that. There's only a couple of kills left in this match. We can see, look at this. Aww. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought this was the time that I killed them all at the same time, but I guess not. Never mind. They killed me. I was an absolute noob, but that's expected because I, Exotic Gaming, am a pretty big noob when it comes to PUBG Mobile. But yeah, that was an absolute domination of the enemy team, and there we go. We got ourselves the victory. So yeah, I hope this video gave you a pretty good understanding of this absolutely incredible phone. I mean, this phone has a lot of really cool features that, if you get it, you'll start to learn, and I think you're going to have a very, very fun time when you get the Nubia Red Magic 5S. If you're looking for a new gaming phone, definitely consider this one because for that price point, you're not going to find something better. For around 600 bucks, that's absolutely fantastic. That's a literal steal. And I think the other companies are going to have to start lowering their prices down if they want to continue making sales because Nubia has made massive advances with some of their phones. From only a couple of years ago, when you got mediocre gaming phones like the Nubia Red Magic Mars, to something as crazy as this thing in just a couple of short years, they're really proving themselves as a fantastic, innovative gaming phone company, and it definitely should be under your radar. I'm excited for what is to come. The Nubia Red Magic 6, maybe? I don't know. That's going to come out probably like, March or something like that, 2021. You guys should stay tuned till March 2021 because I'll probably post a video on that thing if it's cool enough. And yeah, I don't really have anything else I could possibly say about this phone. Get this phone. Links are down below in the description. You're not going to be disappointed, okay? If you want to check out my full entire review of this thing, I'll also link that down below in the description so you can see a full comprehensive thing before you just rush out and buy it. But as I said, you won't be disappointed. It's a really, really good phone. So thank you all so much for watching, guys. If you did stay until the end, comment the word watermelon to confuse everybody. And leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more PUBG content. And we are out of time, so I'll see you all later.